fast and simple, so let's get started. So what I did first to prep my hair was right after my shower, when I just kind of towel dried my hair, and then afterwards I ran some of this Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum as well as this unique one all-in-one hair treatment. I kind of just mixed them both and then just ran them through my ends just to protect my hair, kind of help it smooth, and these two products are amazing. I really love them. So after that I went in and I parted my hair probably 3 inches from where I was going to part it, and then I just kind of lifted it up and put in some of this Root Pump Plus from Big Sexy Hair. This stuff works really well to be able to create that really nice volume without having to go in and tease your hair. So that's it as far as prep goes. And then to get started, I'm going to be putting in some of this Raccoon Thermal Defense Spray. It's just a heat styling spray, so any is totally fine. I really like this one. It smells really nice and it dries really fast. So I'm just going to be applying this to the ends and then just kind of combing them through. And this dries pretty quickly, so after you kind of comb it through your ends, it should end up drying after that. Okay, so we're going to be working in layers. I'm going to be grabbing my crop clip. I love this clip. I used to use the butterfly clips to pull my hair back, but then after I discovered these, I never went back to butterfly clips just because I feel like this holds your hair so well, and especially if you have thicker hair, this is going to work amazingly just to be able to hold your hair back while you're doing different hairstyles. Okay, so what I'm going to be using is the Hot Tools. I want to say this is a 1.5 inch, maybe 2 inch. I'm not exactly sure, but you know, maybe you'll be able to see which one it is. So to start this bottom layer, what I do is I just kind of work in random sections really, and I'll hold the piece of hair, clamp the curling iron down on it, and then just kind of smooth it down and curl it up like this. And I'll leave this in for like 10 seconds or so. And my curling iron is at the, I think it's at 390. It can go all the way up to 430. So just in case you guys were wondering on that. So I'll just go through and I'll curl the whole bottom section just like this, except obviously on this other side I'll curl away from my face. Okay, so I finished the bottom layer and now I'm going to move on to the next layer. I usually kind of part it in probably, I want to say 4 sections overall. Is how I do my whole head. And then for this next section, we're going to be curling it a little bit differently. So we're going to grab the piece of hair, and then you're going to grab your curling iron and face the barrel downwards, and then you're just going to be twisting the piece of hair all the way around and then holding the ends. And again, leaving it in there for about 10 seconds or so. And that will just kind of give you this really nice curl. And if you want it a little bit looser, you can just kind of pull on it a little bit and that'll kind of loosen up the curl. Okay, so now that we're done curling the second section, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to grab my straightener. This is the GHD. It's from the Wonderland collection. And I'm going to be grabbing, you know, these little baby hairs by your ears that kind of curl in, and grab them, and then I like to kind of smooth them a little bit, and then I'll grab and I'll kind of just pull them back towards the curl like this, just so it'll kind of create that really nice smooth clean look versus kind of crazy hairs going everywhere. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Moving on to the third section, and the third section we're going to curl it exactly the same as we did the previous section. Okay, so now we're going to do the top section, and this section is a little bit different. Okay, so for the top section, we're going to be curling it really similar to how we did the bottom section. I'm going to grab this front piece and kind of grabbing from the back, it'll kind of be like a triangle basically of the piece that you grab, and just kind of smooth it down, and then open up the clamp, and then smooth down the piece all the way to the end of the hair, and then bring it up. And I kind of just like to just slowly let go of the clamp and kind of let the hair just naturally fall out of the curling iron. And then again, with the next piece, we're going to be grabbing this piece right here and then holding it up from your hair and then bringing it all the way back up and then curling down. And then how I like to do this back section is like so. So I'll kind of grab pieces from both sides just to be able to add some lift to it. And I'll again just lift it all the way up from my head and start at the base, move all the way up to the very top and curl it down. And then I actually like to do kind of like 2 or 3 layers of that. So I'll kind of grab pieces from both sides and then grab the clamp and then curl all the way back up. Okay, so moving on to the other side, we're going to be doing the same thing. So for the last step before we move on to styling products is this. So you're going to grab your straightener and then grab probably, I would say probably like a ½ an inch of hair from your part, and you're going to lift it up, and then you're going to come in with the straightener and keep the clamp open and kind of just pump up the roots, and that will just kind of help add some nice natural volume, and then curl it and kind of halfway through the hair let go, and that'll just kind of smooth out the hair and add that nice volume. So, and if you have like any little baby hairs like I do right here, I kind of just smooth it down towards my hair, so those little hairs will kind of lay nicely with the rest of the hairs. And I'll do the same thing for the back as I did when I curled it. I'll just grab pieces from both sides, kind of pump it up a couple times and then smooth it down. Grab a couple more pieces from the back of the head and then pump them up and smooth them down like this. And then same thing on the other side, just grabbing like probably ½ an inch of hair from the top of the section and pumping it up and then smoothing it down like this. Okay, so as you can already tell, that instantly added some really nice volume, helps smooth any pieces that were kind of going crazy, and I just feel like it just really helps finish the look. And I'll kind of do the same thing, so if I have any little pieces right here that are kind of a little wavy, like this little piece right here, I like to smooth those down as well. So I'll just kind of bring it down and then just kind of just barely smooth those down like that. So after that is one of my favorite parts, and that's the styling products. I feel like that's what really helps kind of create that really nice beachy look. And so for that, we're going to be using the Chic Ultimate Control Fast Drying Volume Spray. This stuff is so good. I love the way it smells. It adds a really nice hold to your hair, but it doesn't make it crunchy, which I really look for in hairsprays. And then the next one is the Rusk Texture Dry Finishing Spray. So the first thing I do is I'll grab the Rusk spray, and I'll just kind of shake it, and then I grab my whole half of the hair, and then I'll just slowly start spraying it as I lift it up and I let go. And as you can tell, this side's already so much more voluminous than this side. Sorry. Oh, I think I got some spray in like my mouth. Okay, so moving on to this other section, we're gonna just be spraying it and lifting up the head, or lifting up the hair as we do so, and just kind of lifting it up like so. And I'll kind of just go in with random sections and kind of lift as I spray and let go. Okay, so after that, I'll just kind of smooth down any pieces that I want, and then I'll go in and spray my whole hair kind of doing the same thing, lifting and spraying with the Chi hairspray. And this just has such a nice mist, and it just like coats your hair so nice and evenly, and I really love that. Okay, so here's the finished look. Again, I love doing this hair. It's basically my everyday hair, just because it gives me nice volume, and I feel like it makes it look as if I have more hair, so I'm all for that. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just leave it down in the comments section below, and I will be sure to answer them. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.